Woke. I'm your host, Emelina Calder. In this video, we're gonna jump into what other people think about you is none of your business. Welcome if you're new here. My name is Emelina. I'm a cosmic modern shaman, a spiritual high performance life and business and personal branding coach, and a psychic medium, here to help you step into and become the absolute best version of yourself. On my channel, you can expect to find energy updates on the new moons and full moons channeled from the Akashic records, as well as spiritual development and personal development videos. If that sounds like your vibe, go ahead and tap that subscribe button and the bell for notifications so you don't miss any epic videos. I also made a really rad meditation for you guys that you can grab for free in the description link below. It's called the Sacred Rainbow Flame of Creation, and it helps you reestablish your own source connection, so you're constantly connecting your energy direct to source consciousness. It automatically decords and reprograms your spiritual energy to be in harmony with yourself and others. Let's jump right in. What other people think about you is none of your business. Okay, maybe you've heard of this phrase, or maybe it's new. As humans, we tend to want to make sure that we are loved and have like prominent relationships, and we go to other people for advice, friends or family or maybe colleagues, and when we do it, we think it's all really good. But here's the reality. Yes, you can always get people's opinions, but they are just opinions. Really what people think about you though, and what they think about what it is that you're doing, is none of your business. And I'm gonna tell you in 3 reasons why that's the case and why it's a good attitude to take. And contrary to perhaps popular belief, it is absolutely not arrogant. It is actually self-protective and brings your attention into protecting, understanding your own motivation, your own driving force of your energy, and protecting your own connection to source. Because at the end of the day, you are your own guru, sweetheart. You know what's best for you, and trusting yourself over everyone else is going to be the magic that gets you everything in this universe that you want. Now, here are 3 reasons why I think adopting the attitude of what other people think about me is none of my business is clutch. It'll help you create the life that you want to manifest in an easier, more efficient way. First, it runs mental or psychic cross currents. So when you ask for lots of people's opinions on things, or if you care about what they think about you and what they might think about what it is that you might want to do, or how you're manifesting, how you're running your life, what relationships you bring in, whether friendships or significant others, or the whole vibe, other people's opinions run quite literal mental lines, or what I call cross currents, in your psyche, in your mental energy body. So all of these thoughts and opinions that other people have about you are literally running cross currents across your single channel of your inspiration and your source connection. Now, when we have lots of mental cross current running, we can't really think for ourselves anymore, because we've given over the power of thought to having lots of thoughts and not knowing which direction to go, because it's got the weight of the certainty of the way that all the other people have thought about those thoughts and sent them to us. I hope this makes sense. So when someone sends you a thought or they tell you an opinion, and they have a lot of power and certainty behind it and conviction, that cuts through your psychic thoughts if you don't have that equal level of power and conviction. So it creates a lot of interference. And interference is conflict. You're not gonna be able to manifest what you want if you're running a lot of interference in your mental energy. Number 2, it creates mental conflict. And because we live in a world of mirrors, and this is how this reality works, when you have mental conflict, it creates internal conflict, which creates emotional conflict. And all of that internal conflict has to be reflected back to you into the external world. So when you're running other people's opinions in your mental field, and you're taking into account what other people think about you in your decision-making process, overriding your own truth, your own divine will, your own source connection into how you need to do things, what decisions you need to make, how you need to express yourself, and trusting all of that when you are centered in your own truth and source connection, in your own personal authenticity. That authenticity trumps everything. Even if the people that approach you have good ideas, if it doesn't match with who you are authentically, if it doesn't match with your truth, If it's not something you would do, something you would think, then it doesn't make sense to entertain. It's not helpful because it's not you. It's not to say that people can't have really great things to say. It's just to say that it's unhelpful and it creates internal conflict. Now, when you have internal conflict, that internal conflict must materialize externally. So actually all of these different thoughts and opinions of other people and potential judgments cause a lot of harm because you internalize it. And then because of that internalization, you then draw in and magnetize external conflict in your literal environmental circumstances, in your ability to manifest. It creates so much conflict and resistance in what you're manifesting. Nobody wants that. We don't want that. And number 3, it creates alternate lower vibrational timelines. So you know when you hear people say like you want to jump timelines or step into the highest timeline, and if you haven't seen my video, I will throw it up in the card here and link it down in the description below. When you're thinking about what other people think about you, or you have a lot of people projecting their opinions at you and you haven't shielded yourself from that, you actually open yourself up to riding through lower vibrational timelines, or timelines that open up that are less ideal. There'll be timelines where you encounter more external conflict, where there's more resistance to you manifesting the life that you actually want to live, where you don't feel as good, where you feel more conflicted, because mental conflict turns into emotional conflict. And ultimately, the original conflict is that you're allowing someone else to take space in your mind and their opinions and their thoughts of you and what you should do or shouldn't do, when all of that is just totally unnecessary. You could throw it out in the trash, because the only opinion of you that matters to you is your own opinion of yourself. And that's not to say you're a narcissist, it's to say that you're authentic. And I'm going to trust that you guys know the difference between those two things, but ultimately it comes down into rooting and knowing and completely understanding who you are in your own personal authentic power, speaking your truth with conviction, understanding the subtle differences between your truth and someone else's truth, obviously having a certain amount of tact and dealing with the situations at hand in the way that feels the most authentic and truthful for you without hurting yourself and others. And at the end of the day, it's always great to remember that what other people think about you and their opinions of you is absolutely none of your business. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and tap that like button below, tap the subscribe button and the bell for notifications so you don't miss any future videos. I'd love to hear in the comments below how you deal with other people's opinions. Let me know. And as always, you guys, if you love my vibe, I'm gonna leave some links in the description below on a myriad of ways that you can work with me, from my personal one-on-one transformation accelerator high performance coaching program, my online programs, and my I Am Success meditations album that I think you guys are gonna love. There's also some promo links linked below just for being a YouTube subscriber. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. Until the next one, I will see you guys later. Peace.